Hello, Tiffany.
Hello, Sheri. How are you?
I'm doing all right, thanks. Ready to let's talk about it.
Oh, good. Me too.
How's
Okay.
your day going?
It's going okay. What have I done? I've gone for a walk. I've hung out with my boys, learned about different random NBA facts. It's a solid, chill Saturday, a little bit of laundry. How's your day going?
Oh my gosh, there's also laundry involved in my day, but I'm being quite
Oh,
passive about it as a chore. What's something you learned about the NBA?
Oh gosh, so many things. I had my sweet child just like drilling questions at me like one of them was, I actually wrote it down. Who was the first person in the NBA to play basketball with his son? Like on in the NBA
Ooh.
team. Yeah. And do you know? Do you know the answer,
Well,
Sheri?
I was wondering because I thought, my kids have given me little quizzes and I was wondering
Right.
what kind of memory recall I might have for any of that, but I don't know the answer to that one. What is it?
It's LeBron.
Get
LeBron
out.
James.
Well,
Yeah,
now that
I
you say it, I
know.
feel like I should have known that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I know. That's what I did too.
I guess I've heard that before.
Another random fact.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Hold on. Okay. Stephen Curry. You know anything
Yes,
about him?
I know
hmm
that I think he plays on Golden State.
I think that's right. Yeah. But it's Adele Stephen Curry the second.
Oh, it's very regal.
I guess so. I guess
Oh,
so.
are we noting this because there's definitely some people that don't like to talk about their real first name? Okay, so I'm guessing also that last night what you might have been looking up, which this is something I'll put a link for an easy way to buy it, is this stuff.
So what I was looking up, because you said look up this NMN,
hmm
just type it into any, Google search or whatever. So I did that. And it just so it sent me down a rabbit hole. And I'm a nerd. So I started looking at all of the research. And you had originally posed that maybe we could talk about some vitamin supplements that could be helpful for us.
Yeah.
Maybe as we're getting just in life in general, or for those of us that are not teenagers anymore, and just leave that as an open statement. But for different
I'll say I'm a
aging and
solid mid-40s gal these days.
I'm not going to say anything,
You don't have
but
to.
okay.
But yes,
So yeah, so I typed that in. I talked to ChatGPT about it a little bit.
perfect.
I, listened to some podcasts. I listened to some YouTube shorts like you suggested. And then I kind of dove into some, Harvard research and like all of the peer reviewed type stuff. And this is just such an interesting product that I feel like is just, being used by a lot of celebrities right now, but is not being
hmm
talked about very much. Um, so
Oh my
I
gosh,
know
are
that
you
you,
kidding me? That's how it caught my attention in the first place was I was
yeah,
going through like a TikTok rabbit hole and it was like, here's the top supplement that all of the stars are taking that nobody's talking about. And then it flashes to Kim K talking about she was on like a guest on some kind of talk show and she was saying that she takes all the supplements, but this is like the one.
the one,
Yeah,
right.
and I was
Yeah.
dubious at first as well. I looked up a lot of different sites too, and then
hmm
also talked to a pharmacist, and then finally found it, and then was like, "Hey, Tiff, I'm going to try this. Do you want to also try this?"
Yeah. Just out of curiosity, what did your pharmacist say? Like, did they have any feedback about it? Or did they
Only
just say,
positive. They said
okay.
that, well, there wasn't anything conclusive in their computer, but from what I got, they were curious about it. They'd been looking into it somewhat recently, and that the breakdown of what it is as molecules. He got very sciencey about it, but he just was
Yeah.
like, it's a really interesting theory that doesn't have a whole lot of facts in their medical system.
Mhm.
Because at that pharmacy, I was just asking if they carried it. And he was like, oh, this isn't the first time I've been asked. And I don't think we do, but
Right.
let's research it together. So that was
Yeah.
handy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's right at the edge of exploding too. I think that this is going to be the next, collagen type supplement that everybody's taking. So I started with
Hmm.
Andrew Huberman, who's a
Oh, I love him.
neuroscientist. I know, me too. Neuroscientist, knows a lot of things. And he takes NR supplements and NMN supplements. He says that it supports energy, brain fog, overall productivity. We know that these particular supplements are leading to like longevity in mice. And so I did an even bigger dive and was like, okay, so what are these things? Why does it matter? They contribute to our NAD production. Now, what NAD is, I was nerding right out. NAD is essentially like our cells' engines. So when we're young, we have tons of this NAD in our bodies, and it contributes to lots and lots of energy. And it's youth, which is associated with NAD in our bodies. And as we get older, sort of the main thing that happens is this NAD molecule. We're more tired. We're experiencing, like our muscle regeneration doesn't happen
Yeah.
as
Our cells
well.
literally give up.
They are giving up, which is why the NMN and everybody that takes it has noted that they have had better energy, like better overall skin health, better sort of exercise, like all of these contributing factors that are really positive. The only negative effect that I was able to find was mostly, like feeling nauseous or diarrhea, those types of things. I'm pretty excited about it. I went and I ordered some, and I'm
No,
so
no,
into it.
I think that's perfect. I feel
Okay.
like I'm glad I got you jazzed. I feel like a lot of the videos and things that I saw, you've just done a good job summarizing them. So sending you off into the abyss of YouTube isn't actually like a failing journey. It definitely
No,
produces actual real info right now. So,
absolutely. Yeah, I'm so grateful for you, Sheri. Thank you
oh,
for like
ditto.
opening my
Are you
mind.
ready for one more? Because this is going to help you with all of your research and you don't even know about it yet. If you
Hmm.
want to learn any
Wait,
AI things right now, want to look up Perplexity,
perplexity? Okay.
is that's one of the AI search engines right now that everyone's using to do things like research. So
Mm.
what kind of separates it from the Gemini and ChatGPT options is that it automatically, without having to be asked, cites all its sources.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
I thought that too.
Please, I think that you've already sent it to me, but please send it again.
Oh, yeah, I'll send you all of the AI tools that you could be using, and then just gives you an overview so that you have a little bit more confidence to go in and play. But
Okay.
honestly, if you're curious about any AI things at all, just go into the tools and start playing with them, which Perplexity
Okay.
is one of them.
Oh, the last thing I wanted to say about this NAD therapy
Oh, yeah,
is
let's hear it.
that definitely don't entirely trust us because it's important to hear information and then synthesize it and then take it out into the world and do your own learning to make sure it's right for you.
And
But
consult your own personal physicians
yeah,
if you're trying anything new in your dietary, supplementary regimen and or health or fitness. That's
yes.
the responsible thing to do, which I have not exactly consulted my doctor, but I do just recently. I have a family doctor here, so I will speak with him
Oh,
about it.
good. And see, what starts happening? And
Yeah.
yeah, if there's any improvements. I know you've tried it. Like what's been your experience with it?
Yeah, I've had it for maybe about a week. I honestly I don't know which of the supplements are working better because I'm also just taking everything that I have in my house right now, thinking
Mhm.
about packing and possibly moving things.
Mm.
But I like honestly, the thing that I'm the most concerned about is when I get like the wrinkle my forehead crease right here, like I'm frowning too much. The 11 line,
Mhm.
I think is what some people call it. And I kind of refuse to do Botox. And so that's also why things like and we're getting into my news feed and stuff. But I also am
Yeah.
trying this liquid collagen.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
and that's the other one. And I think it was Andrew Huberman who was like, there isn't a lot of research. However, if we're looking at what's happening right now, it does seem like hydrolyzed collagen, which is what this like it looks like there's no negatives and that it might actually do something not just for your skin but also like your joints and like there's just it only seems like a possible positive.
That's awesome. Have you noticed any difference?
Yeah, I think my skin feels like baby fresh. And like
Oh.
I feel less I feel like I look less haggard. I feel like how I feel right now, I could look more haggard is maybe the way to say it.
Oh, I don't think I've ever seen you look haggard in my life,
You're the
but
sweetest. I appreciate that.
well, I'm very glad to hear it's working.
I think so. Something is. One of the two is. When I run out of one and then I only have the other, then I guess maybe I'll know. But
Mm.
those are the two that I'm having right now.
That's I was looking at, maybe taking some, collagen peptides. Does just because I'd taken these little juice crystal things before that were collagen, and they also had, like, I think hyaluronic acid in them, and I didn't notice they were very expensive, and I really didn't
Hmm.
notice a huge, improvement for myself, so I was wondering if it was because the molecules were too big to get into my body, but I'm not sure. And I'm wondering also about that liquid form there that you have. Yeah.
Yeah, it says shake well. And then it says hydrolyzed, which is what Andrew Huberman. It's something 30 something dollars for 24 of them. So it's like a dollar 20
Mm.
each, maybe.
Oh, that's
Some of the other
perfect.
ones are way more expensive. I mean, I don't know that I could keep this up forever, but to at least try it out and see if it's worth it. I mean, I think that's yeah, I haven't fallen into the Botox habit and I can't foresee
Yeah.
myself doing it, but I'll try other stuff.
I want to hear your thoughts on Botox, Sherry. Like yeah, I know some people who have Botox, and then I find out and I'm like, what? You look amazing. I have no idea. And then there's some people that you look at and you're like, something's not right with you. I keep going back and forth in my head whether it's something I'd be interested in or not. And I'd love to hear what your thoughts are or
I
experiences
think
or any of the above.
it is habit forming. And so doing it, especially at like a young age, is that then you get to see your face only one way for so long. And that even if you stop even for a while. And so once you start on that train, you kind of can't stop because then as soon as you do, then everyone who knows you well is going to think that you went from looking quite youthful to very old very fast.
Oh, okay. That makes
Because eventually
sense.
you will stop and then it's going to look like this dramatic shift happened.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, I think it can do great things for people with migraine. And I also think that of chiropractors and that, but also chiropractors are not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I can like crack my neck and back and everything so much more now after seeing one. For my whole life that was never a thing.
Oh, yeah, it's always been my fear with them too.
Yeah, have you
No, but when I was little, I used to have to go with my mom, and I would have to wait outside, and I could hear like this loud crack. And I just remember as a kid, like thinking, why are you paying someone to do this to you?
Right.
Like, when you do the twist and you get a nice little back crack, I love that. So maybe there's some good in it, but I don't know.
But I think that's another thing that it's, like, totally for some people, and then
Hmm.
just not for others.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right.
Yeah. Oh, I have a fun one. I have something to tell
Okay.
you.
Yes,
Okay,
please.
this is another thing that you're gonna come across when you do, the Midjourney training in Coursiv. Do you know what Midjourney is?
No, I
Okay,
do
so
not.
like a image creator program that exists in
Okay.
Discord, either through a website, but these are prompts that you can use in any image creator. And
Okay.
so, like, have you tried using any kind of AI at all ever to create an image for anything?
Mm, um, I'm pretty elementary with it, but I have used just Chat GPT and taken a picture of myself and then tried to see what the best haircut would be for me. So it altered the picture and then fancied up my hair, which was very cool, I still
I
need to,
remember.
but yeah, yeah. But you told me I needed extensions based on their recommendations, so I got those.
And
And you were so right. You were so right. Yeah,
but I also was like, okay, that's totally achievable. Here's what you need.
yeah. And that's kind of basically all my experience. But tell me about
Okay, so
all the
you can
things.
do that. There's so many things that you can for presentations have it, build you a picture of a woman sitting serenely with her feet up, looking out over a lake, drinking a perfectly steaming cup of tea or something. Like or you could do graphs and figures and charts and all those kinds of things. But if you want to start getting into the creative side of it, so especially in Midjourney, but the Nano Banana thing or whatever that's inside of Gemini is also A plus. That's the one I've been
Mm,
using.
okay.
ChatGPT has it. Canva has a very elementary version of it. But what you can start doing is learning like old prompts because AI is just a large language model, meaning that it can learn everything all at once as soon as it's exposed to it. So
Mm,
if you want to get into image edit,
yeah.
instead of just saying like, please make it darker or please put the character back a little bit further, you have to give different kinds of instructions. It's like, I want it to look a little bit more bright or
Mm.
colorful or from a different perspective. Like there's so many, they almost get you to be thinking about
Like really
your
specific.
images that you're creating as though you're like a director, which is pretty fun actually.
Oh, that is fun.
But out of the whole entire world of things, I never could have imagined that the two things that you can affect within images that make the
Hmm.
biggest difference is chaos
Chaos. Okay.
and weirdness.
Chaos and weirdness.
Chaos and weirdness are what you have to edit in a photo to add interest.
Yes, can you say more things?
Yeah, I know, right? And so if you want to take any image, an image of yourself, and say, I want to turn it into a noir black and white. And then I
Oh.
would also say that I would want it raw, which means it puts it like it starts not assuming anything. It's just going to make it look as real as possible. And then you would do dot dot C and then any number value between 0 and 100 to add that much chaos to your photo. And so that's meant to be like unpredictability.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
That's
it would be like then it might turn you into like a slightly pixelated or dotted as though it were like an old school Dick Tracy comic book or something, or make your lips pop and like make them super bright or something while everything else is very darker and subtle. That those would be elements of adding value of chaos. And then weirdness. You can go
okay.
between 0 and 3,000 for weirdness. But if you do like a dash dash W and then any number value between 0 and 3,000, that's how much
Okay.
weirdness value you'll add into your photo when you're playing with AI. Oh, no, I'm just
Yes.
out of all the things that I've learned lately, that's what
Like,
I'm
I want
trying
to see
next.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
know.
want to
I
see
haven't I
it.
haven't done it just play with chaos and weirdness.
So you're recommending, okay, chaos and weirdness. The coolest pictures is, what's it called?
People use Midjourney, but it depends on what you're trying to
Mid-journey.
do. Because Gemini is really good at is taking like 6 or 7 different reference points and then
Yeah.
coming up with a common thing. Let's say a scenario where you wanted to do like a bar graph or dot graph showing some kind of progress or numbers over
Oh,
time. That's something
yeah,
that
that's
you would want to do in Gemini.
Gemini. Okay, so downloading
Hmm.
Gemini and then
But also stick to the one that
Gemini
you
and
like.
Mid-journey.
But
Okay.
all of them, you can give them all the same kinds of prompts, just some of them are better at executing them, is also what I've learned. So, through the AI
Hmm.
course, when you're working through all of the things, it just kind of lets you glimpse into which ones do you care about learning about and which ones do you just
Right.
gosh darn give up on because you can't know them all.
Oh, I just want to crawl into your brain and pull out all of this knowledge. Sherry. You're
I'm giving
so
it to
good
you.
at
I'm giving
explaining
it
it.
to you.
I know.
I'm
Thank
giving
you.
it to you. Okay, well, I feel like we've come to our time. I think part of the
Yeah.
fun of doing projects like this is not feel like bogged down by it. So whenever the mood strikes, we'll just create.
I love that.
Ditto. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.